There's a dream coming back at you from the den.
I got a piece of hair in my ice cream.
That's dangerous. Monster. We thought it'd be cool to break down the production. Yeah, destroy it. Break down the production and the kind of like the little bits and bobs that make the song what it is.
The bleeps and the bloops.
And the bloops.
Yeah.
We ice creamy?
I will do that.
Scream it.
It's mint chocolate sauce. Because I was really confused. I was like, it tastes a bit like toothpastey.
Bit toothpastey.
Yeah. Let's go for a dive.
Get in this swimming pool of audio goodness. I was at my girlfriend's house one night and we were just about to go out for dinner and she was taking ages to get ready. So I was like funking around on the guitar and came up with that like da 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 da, that kind of.
It was gonna be like Michael Jackson-y, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cooper and I had hung out the night before and we were listening to a whole bunch of Thriller. It's so good and so funky and I wanted to make a funky song like the next day.
Those were so fun to do.
They were great. It's me on one side and Cooper on the other, because we have two microphones here. So like Cooper would be on this mic, I'd be on that mic. We'd be like,
did it to him.
Brother effect.
that real sibling bond.
Yeah, good as stereo sibling sound. All right. So let's go to the top. So Monster, like when it was being built up, it was very rocky, and I wanted to add some kind of like. Some little, like, we love, like, bands like M83 and Churches, and we love our vocoder, and we have, like, this little synth here that we can send stuff to and play chords on it, and it makes it sound like, you know, a chordy voice. So that was one of the first things I did, and this is...
It's the This Is Gospel effect.
Yeah. We had a couple chorus melodies in mind, like vocally. The melody that's in the song right now was the one I sung to myself when I first wrote it, and then we had like 3 other melody ideas, and then ended up coming back to this one because it was cool. But I'll mute the vocals, and this was the first kind of idea. And the breaths come in there. They're like perfect for keeping the groove because they go right on the snare beat.
I wish I had a breath pad on stage so I could like hit the snare and the breaths at the same time. Like,
you have a mic, just multitask. You can do it. When I first thought of it, all I thought was like explosion, like in your face, just like destroyed audio. The first step was to kind of get like a snare drum and destroy it. So again, like, you know, listening to all this Michael Jackson the night before, I was really into gated reverb, so we did this like
that is destruction.
Yeah, it's hella trashy. And then you layer that with the live drums. There's not that much live drums in the first bit of the chorus. We kind of like, it's a very buildy song, so it builds up in layers. You have like that, and then the breaths come in, and then the second chorus you have like the hats, and then the live drums come in the second chorus. But this is what we have in the first one. Little hints of it, but you don't get the full experience yet. So once we had that was kind of like the basis of the chorus. Like it was that kind of explosion and then take it back and sort of thing. So we could build off that. And I always, like when I first showed it to Cooper, one of the first things he said was like, this sounds like an epic anime fight scene. And I was like, shit, you're right. Like just picture in your head like just this instrumental happening behind like a ow. Ow. Oh. So we took that one step further and decided it'd be funny to put some kung fu sound effects in it. So we have these. I'll bring up the yell. Yeah. The harmonies are cool because they go against the low kind of like demon vocals, whatever. It gives a nice sizzly effect.
Another cold start to another day. Every day's delivered in the dark. dark, I'm a monster, gotta hide away. It's so clear that I fit the part of a...
Fun fact, one of Josh's first music projects was called Another Day. So when he goes, another day, that's low-key like a shout-out to himself. He's like, another day.
That's vault information. How could you?
I'm putting that in.
Yeah, so that's cool because it'll kind of like give this really deep texture, like and like you're jumping from like an octave to these things as well, which is nice.
I often jump from octaves. It sounds like someone being spanked.
It does.
So
Yeah.
like, what the? Ow!
An ethereal spank.
Spanked in a church. Oh god, that's too on the
We're not gonna
nose.
go there. We've been playing around with like pitch shifting the vocals to make this like demonic.
Disconnect the green light, look but not get too attached.
Oh my god, fucking brain freeze.
And so we did that for a few things, and like even some of the delays, like the echoes would be pitched down.
Locked down now, the feeling of an itch.
Up. Yeah, up, I guess. And it just kind of, like, there's a lot of things about the song that subtly kind of make it a bit kind of, like, unnerving in a way. And one of the things I originally had in my head was just this, like tremolated vocal thing. And so I went up to the microphone and just went, and put that together and put a tremolo, which kind of chops it up, makes it really like, and it kind of makes it sound like this. Sort of thing, which is cool. And that became kind of like a theme of the song, like even in the down part of the bridge.
Done, I'll be outnumbered, take another fucking shot, yeah.
These were the first kind of steps we took to kind of giving the song like its kind of personality, its little like taste.
Taste.
Yeah, the cockroach song was a cool one because it's a cockroach. I think so. Violet, no, the demo of Violet had cockroach sounds. They didn't end up being used, and
But we had
to sneak them in somehow. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. We kept on the idea of just having these like blown out sounding like almost kind of disgusting elements to kind of separate those sections. So it was like ba ba and like really just in your face.
Terrifying.
So we played this synth and put it through like a kind of like a really intense distressor and have it. And that kind of like, because even though in the middle of the chorus, there's like not the duh duh, that will come again and kind of just remind you of what's happened already.
A cold start to another day. Every day's living in the dark. I'm a monster, gotta hide away. It's so clear.
So it's kind of like an extra little one in the middle to give it some spice. And then, yeah, I mean, we layered that original bass line. Kind of wanted to make it really contrasty from the intro and the verse because it's very soft and very tender.
Babby.
Yeah.
The walls again. I've got a lot of thoughts that I
So it's just a DI, like clean bass, but then in the chorus, we hit you with the nasties. So we have a synth and a bass amp. Panned it out, make it a little wider. There's something so menacing about just like a robot sounding bass doing that thing against like the live bass. Then there's another layer of like a low guitar. There's lots of like kind of siren sounding synths as well, which is cool. We just play a synth and like pitch it up slowly and put a tremolo on it.
Apocalypse siren.
Yeah, it's spooky. I think that was a guitar that I just like messed around with on the keyboard. Like I'd play it on the keyboard, and again put like a tremolator on it. Make it sound spicy. All right, cool. So pre-chorus. Pre-chorus was kind of the place to like space it out, because the idea of the song was to make it very contrasty and like sections. So as the song would build up, it'd slowly kind of become more ethereal, more spacey and like reverby and stuff. And then in the chorus, like, you know, it kind of just sucks back up and goes into really tight kind of like, you know, dry sounding stuff. So that part kind of goes like...
I love those pianos in there.
Yeah, well, the pianos were the first thing that was kind of like, you know, straight up just flushing chords that space it out. And then have a Juno synth at the bottom. That siren comes back in. Everything's slowly getting more reverbed. Like, I think we automated all the reverb to kind of just like come up. And then just like stops super dry.
Let's scrap you.
Yeah, sure. Oh, it's gonna smell though.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
We got all these kind of like little percussive bits, going like this. Kind of a nice texture on top of the synth. So that's that, and then it all gets really tight.
There's you going, hey!
Yeah, oh yeah. Just straight up yelling. So that's fun. This was like from the Michael Jackson idea, these guitars. They were just like the thing that kind of made it funky. Yeah.
Play some vocals.
Yeah. Yeah. Chorus vocals are pretty straightforward. They're just me. The longer the song goes on, the more layers that kind of appear.
A cold start to another day. Every day's living in the dark. I'm a monster, gotta hide away. It's so clear that I fit the part of a cold start to another day.
And again, that kind of like low demonic sounding vocal comes in.
Cold start to another day.
Little things like that. Doing their thing. Yeah, and that's pretty much the first chorus. And drums are kind of straightforward. Cooper was literally, like we muted half the drums and just had like the snare. Doing that, which is fun. And then it all kind of kicks up a notch into the second verse.
It does. That's the fun part. That's my favorite part to play.
When we're jamming it, that's when Cooper kind of like went like, all right, let's switch up the groove and make it a little more Tommy, make it a little
driving.
Yeah, driving. So that's fun.
This whole video is just you playing things and going, that was fun.
And the second verse is literally so simple. It's just the drums, my vocal, and like one bass going.
People that I left unhinged while they wipe out my last name.
Yep,
Sexy.
good stuff. And some guitars come in.
So that's no guitar.
Some really edited guitars come in. Yeah, if I could do that, man, I'd be unstoppable. It was just kind of a place to like strip back, but like increase the groove and keep everything going. Oh yeah, the dial-up sounds. So it gets kind of like a little wacky before the second pre-chorus.
For poetry, am I who I'm supposed to be? 'Cause I'm still cynical.
There's a lot
We
to kind of see there.
we literally were like, we need something that's like, woo,
Just like chaotic. Like that part was just like make it weird. So there's the remember dial-up internet? That all I pick my favorite parts of it and just like, it's so stupid. I think if you extend it out, it's the full minute of dial-up sound.
sure is.
Pre-chorus too. Cooper's hidden stuff.
Am I?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm still cynical. I'll be on
So that has like two grooves in it because it has the classic like doom doom pff, doom, and then it's like Lion King, like the boom 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 boom.
Yeah, and then we kick it up again in the second chorus. Like it sort of sounds the same, but there's just little bits that kind of make it kind of
Fresh.
yeah, like drive a little harder in the second chorus. And I thought that element could maybe be some hi-hats keeping the beat going. And then we just go into fucking overdrive, hit them with the live drums,
Here we go.
and then it all gets real high energy. And then we all die. And the vocals start kind of getting a few more layers again, like
cold start to another day. Every day still living in the dark. I'm a monster, gotta hide away.
It probably looks like I'm patting Josh's butt right now, but I
There's a
swear
cat.
there's a cat. give him some cat and give him some Scrappy.
you can't really see him. He's there. Scrappy's there. We're all chilling. Yeah, cool. All right, so second chorus, we're hitting them some hard stuff. The breaths are still going. That again, it's all just building. So we wanted to keep the breaths there to make it it's familiar, but it's kind of a little more intense, which is neat. Drums are a nice groove.
If I actually did those hi-hats with those flams, that would be freaking that'd be fucking impossible.
They're stereo too, so you'd have to have
Oh my god.
again with the whole blown out thing. We had an 808 sub down the bottom, just kind of giving it that real low end. Yeah, and that was kind of the initial idea of the verse, because the first time you hear that is obviously
So I put it on lockdown now.
that kind of gives you the first hint of the da-da-da. And then we have the breakdown. Yes. It's not really a breakdown. Everyone on Reddit didn't say it was a breakdown.
Whatever. We're
Whatever.
allowed to call it a breakdown.
I think it's a cool thing. It's just go crazy, smash shit. Yeah,
That's a freaking breakdown if I ever heard one.
lots to unpack. So one of the first things I did was just that bass, because it's been so kind of choppy, so I wanted to go full into just rock bass. It was important to go down low there. Oh yeah, and that little section that wasn't going to be in there originally. It was going to keep on smashing, but I don't know, man. I thought it would be cool to just zoink the people.
It's a little breather. So
Yeah, I'll just play it real quick. Yeah, so that vocal tremolo comes back, just and we have the breaths against it, and it's really simple. It's just the arrangement. And then we kick back into overdrive. We put some classic TWD rhythms on there. And introduce. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's so rock and roll.
Yeah.
Fucking no.
And had this for just like a bit of like texture on the top, this like plucky, clean guitar. Again, it gives you time to like hear that when it comes down. That's why I like that section.
And to accentuate the on the snare, the guitar's like as well,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
everything's like.
Got the chucks. This was one of the last decisions I made for the song. We were like a day off sending it to mastering, and I was mixing it. And while I was mixing it, I thought it'd be cool to have this like really just in your face kind of low lead guitar. Yeah, again, like Cooper was saying,
Oh, true, yeah.
it's a pretty wordy song in the chorus anyway, so like we didn't want to kind of do a whole lot in the bridge to kind of like, you know, add more lyrics, add more content and all that. So, I mean, you could think of it as a cop-out, I think of it as a breather. And we kind of just go back to the pre-chorus.
I'm still cynical, through it all, destroyed my own bones. It's typical.
Oh yeah, and this swanky guitar, I called it swanky guitar, kind of is going on in the breakdowny bit. And then it goes into a stripped version of the chorus and kind of gives you like a chance to get like really high energy there. And then it like jumps completely to like, you know, the last chorus kind of vibe. What was that?
My favorite thing though is before that we have those like feedback effects. So it's like you're
Oh
plugging
yeah,
in.
yeah, exactly. So like you're physically like turning it up,
Yeah, it sounds to me like you're like just plugged your guitar in. It's like
and that's all it is. It's me plugging my guitar in. And yeah, kind of like hypes you up before it's actually come there, and then we go back to just hard hitting chorus.
Monster gotta hide away. It's so clear that I fit the part of the.
And like we could have like just done another chorus, but I thought it'd be really nice to like, because the song's been building in such a like structured way, like the sections are each their own individual build. I thought it'd be cool to have another 2 sections that decrease and like, you know, kind of chill out a bit. So this is you know, Cooper goes to hi-hat and starts doing full-time. It's coming down a tiny bit, but it's still like, you know, high energy.
Exactly.
So we thought it'd be cool to just have this like kind of indistinguishable vocal in the background, like you can't really understand what it's saying. It's actually singing one of the original chorus ideas that we had for the song. And we wrote that with our friend Michael, and it was still a dope melody, and the way the rhythm kind of worked with the beat I really liked, so I thought we could have it at the end. and I don't want to get out, no I don't want to get out. That was an original thing from the verse.
We were like, when we realized we weren't going to use that one, we were like, it still needs to be somewhere.
So sick,
though.
it needs to be in there somewhere. So
Snuck it in.
So the last part of the song is kind of built off these vocals doing this thing, and they sound like.
See the pattern under my head. Speak it till it calling my name. I can see the pattern under my head. Speak it till it I can see the pattern under my head.
And this is just you saying, I don't want to get out of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, so like again, these are things that you don't really pick up on. You're not like, I don't want to get out, I don't want to get out, I don't want to get out, I don't want to get out. But it's like it's alluding to the fact that that's coming, and you're gonna hear it in full in a second. But subconsciously, you're kind of already familiar with it in a way. So like it was kind of meant to be not heard but felt. And yeah, all those vocals, like the kind of effects that are on them, is very much just like, you know, made to destroy it. So this was like original.
And I don't wanna get out, no I don't wanna get out.
Yeah. And then gets.
And I don't wanna get out, no I don't wanna get out.
Sick.
Sweet. Yeah, and then, this last part is still being built off that bass hook thing going on. But the drums have changed. We're kind of in a new section where we hit a little harder. There's double the hitting beats. So it goes like.
And then it kind of starts building a little bit again right at the end, just before it finishes.
Exactly. It's like another build. So it kind of like comes down a bit, and then it's like coming back up.
You think you're going to get more.
Yeah.
But you don't.
We have all the elements that we kind of introduced later in the song, like coming back to be like, hey, we're still here. It's like the whole, everything that makes the song kind of what it is, kind of coming together at this point. Yeah, and then the bass does exactly what it's doing in that breakdown part again, the low bass. And then the parts switch because the guitar is going in the first part, and then the bass does that and the guitar does.
Those cheeky bastards.
They do that.
There's a massive sub hit at the end.
There is, yeah. And I layered the sub with that like broken up synth, so it just sounds like blown out.
Yeah.
Like
Wait, play all the reverses, solo all the reverses, and then give him the pro.
These ones?
Yeah, just give it to him. Oh yeah, the turn off effect.
yeah, again, that was one of the last decisions we made while
Yeah.
mixing. I was just like, oh, it could sound like it's. I think it was a projector sound effect.
I think that's the same one we used in Coward as well.
Is it?
Yeah, we've used that sound in like something else definitely, like the like ch-ch sound.
I think
or
you're right,
maybe
yeah.
or maybe Cars in like when it goes ch-ch.
Ah, true.
Like,
Yeah,
we've
we've
100%
definitely
used
used that
it.
sound. We love to record our own sounds as well. Like a lot of the time I'll use my keys jangling for like a snare hit or something, and be like that door for a lot of things.
You're just describing how we made the ASMR remix of Violet.
That's exactly how we made the ASMR remix. Everything we normally do, just like soloed out.
That's the freaking shebang, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That's Monster. Yeah.
Yeah. Stream that bitch.
Streamer, let us know if you want us to do it for another song.
Yeah,
because like this process exists for every single song we've done. We've just never like talked about it. But I mean, like Violet has so many interesting things. Maybe we should do one for Violet.
We should have done one for Violet. Yeah.
Let us know if you want to see one for Violet.
This is just what
I don't think I have the session for Coward anymore, so that's gone out of there. Or it's like major corrupt, and if I open it, it'll just like blue screen. But fucking stream Monster.
Stream Monster, like probably 4 times at least minimum. 70, I don't know, 20.
Something like between 70 and 20.
As many hours as there is in the day.
Stream it. Make more hours.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Fluctuate time.
Yeah. Frickin' buy our merch. Y'all are all great. We love you, thoughts.
Just stream fucking Monster. Sorry, I know I just don't forget.
God damn it, you're the best.
Stream Monster, please.
Do it.
Pretty please.